Assalamualaikum, a very good morning. So today we're going to learn another new chapter, okay, which is chapter 7, okay, customer portfolio management. So what is customer portfolio management? Okay, basically you are clustering your customer, okay, according to the segmentation, okay, and then maybe you are also looking at future sales forecasting, okay, of your customer. And some of the activity based costing that have some impact in terms of lifetime value estimation. Okay, as we have understand in the previous chapter, okay, we will why we need to have implement CRM in your organization. Okay, basically we want to have a holistic understanding the demands coming from the customer, okay, and also okay, managing your day-to-day activities with your supplier and also your internal department. All these activities, okay, will lead to the sustainability of the organization. And then we want to look also some of the benefits that you will look at, okay, if let's say your organization able to manage a very good portfolio of your customer. And then we want to also look at the business to consumer and business to business context. Business to business consumer is B2C, and also business to business is B2B. Right, so we have quite a number of players, gigantic players that are running on B2C and also B2B in the market. And then we want to look at the how we want to use the B2B portfolio using some analysis tools that you can use. And then how we want to range the portfolio and also the strategy that we can use across all customer that we have in the organization. All right, next, what is portfolio? Okay, so basically portfolio is often used in order for you to describe how many customers that you have, okay, and then the investment that you made or your customer made, okay, in order for them to uh, conduct business with your organization. So you are looking at, how strong is the company, okay, when they do business with you. And then basically we want to also look at the investment invested by the customer, okay, in our organization. So how we want to define, okay, customer portfolio is a collection of mutually exclusive customer groups that comprise of business entire customer base. So we want to look at some of the important words here. Okay, mutually exclusive, collection of mutually exclusive. Okay, in terms of your customer means that you have, okay, certain customer that already long with you, okay, and you want to sustain or maintain a relationship with them. Okay, and we are also looking at the customer entire base business. So what are the business that they engage with us, and how we want to make sure that it is continue doing business with us. And then customer portfolio, okay, basically it is clustered, okay, according to the strategy, okay, of the organization, okay, and also our organization strategy. So we want to look at some of the important variables, okay, that could help us to understand, okay, what are the areas that they are looking at, okay, and then basically each customer is assigned to just one cluster in portfolio. So we will look some of the example of clustering of customer in the portfolio management. So who is the customer? Okay, we can classify into two. Okay, which is B2C. Okay, basically this is business to consumer. The end user, okay, is consumer, individual or a household. And we have also B2B, okay, business to business. Okay, so here we are looking at example like a company, okay, whether they are producer or reseller, or an institution, okay, not for profit or government body. Okay, so we can have this in our portfolio. And then CPM, customer portfolio practices, okay, B2B contacts are very different, those in B2C. Okay, why? Okay, because B2B, their customer is fewer, means that not many customer that they have. Okay, but they have a very big, huge transaction with your organization. So basically, business customer are much larger than household customer, means that um, in terms of the uh, value, value of your transaction, okay, and then how strong their transaction with your organization, they are much more larger than household customer. Okay, maybe for example, like when they purchase a product from your organization, maybe the minimum quantity is 1,000, for example. Like household customer, they just buy only one piece or one quantity only. And then relationship between business customer and their supplier, okay, basically tend to be much closer, okay, compared to household member and also the supplier. So you have a very strong relationship, okay, with business customer rather than household customer. And then the demand for input goods and service is derived from end user. Means that as a business to business customer, B2B customer, their demand is coming from B2C. Okay, when you want to produce a product, basically you are looking at they are looking at the demand coming from customer. And then organization buying is conducted in a professional way. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, they will have like contacts in terms of managing the process or buying process, and then maybe in terms of terms, payment and so on. It is conducted in a professional way. So we have 4 disciplines of CPM. Okay, the first one we have market segmentation, second sales forecasting, activity-based costing, and also customer lifetime value estimation. So what is market segmentation? Okay, so market segmentation is the process of dividing up market into more or less homogeneous subset for which it is possible to create different value proposition. So basically you are clustering your customer according to different value proposition. So it is homogeneous subsets, means that some of the background of your customer more or less is quite same, because the product that you are selling, okay, could be catering for only one particular industry, for example. So some of the areas, okay, could be homogeneous. Okay, some of the interests or maybe the demands coming from the customer is quite similar. And then market segmentation, okay, can be used during CPM for two main purposes. Okay, first, okay, we want to look at segment potential market to understand which customer to acquire. Means that we want to target to which customer that we want to have business with. And then second, okay, cluster current customer with a viewing offering differentiated value proposition. So sometimes when you want to offer different products, okay, it has to be supported with the relationship that currently that you have with your customer. Okay, sometimes you want to offer different nature of product to your customer, so that you are more or less understand, okay, what would be their interest in the product that you are offering. Okay, and then market segmentation is highly data dependent. Okay, basically it is you are looking at the relationship, okay, with your customer, understanding what are the needs coming from them. Okay, it is highly on data that you have in through the CRM system exists in your organization. Internal data could come from marketing, okay, sales and finance record. And then maybe you can enhance some of the data through research company, and so on. So you can have your data specialist to run. Okay, what would be the data that you can make use from the information that you have with your about your customer. So we have intuitive data and data segmentation process. So when it comes to intuitive data, okay, we are looking at the segmentation variables, age, gender, lifestyle, okay, and then compute size of segment, company assess fit, and then make targeting decision. So from here you can segmentize your customer, and then we have also database. Okay, so you have your customer data. Okay, internal and external analyzer in terms of your customer data profile of your segment. Okay, so all this okay will support the information that you require okay through the CRM system that you have. So this is the market segmentation step, right? We have 3 steps. Okay, first to identify the business you are in. Okay, and then identify relevant segmentation of variables and analyze the market using these variables. So customer oriented, basically, in the first step, okay, you will look at okay how okay the customer are looking at the benefits that you want to offer okay to your customer. So basically, it has to be better than your competitors. So from there, you can look at maybe the number of customer that you have. Okay, how you can segmentize their needs and maybe their nature of business according to the needs coming from the customer. And then identify relevant segmentation of variables. So you can look at some of the competitive advantage okay, through innovation in market segmentation. So for example, like Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs, they offer good quality of ice cream, okay, which is totally different from the conventional or traditional ice cream that available in the market. So you have also different type of ice cream that you innovate, okay, so that your customer will have a sense of uh, the quality of standards of the product that the customer is offering. Okay, and then consumer market. Okay, we are looking at the demographic, okay, geographic and psychographic. The background of your customer also important. Okay, you want to understand okay the demands coming from your consumer. And then occupational status, okay, the social grade. Okay, we are also looking at the income, okay, income or maybe the position of your customer. And then in step 3, analyze the market using this variable. So you can use all this information okay, to understand what types of products that you want to offer to your customer or to your business market. And we have step 4, okay, and assess the market value of the market segment. So we have segment attractiveness and company network and fit. So all these this is also okay covered in step 5, okay, which is select target market to serve. So in segment attractiveness, okay, you can look at the size of the segment. Okay, how big is the customer that you have. Okay, how you want to segment the growth rate. Okay, and then basically we are also looking at the price sensitivity. Okay, you cannot offer too high. Okay, for this particular segment of customer. And then how you want to bargain the power of customer. Okay, means that you can offer a very attractive price. Okay, so that the customer will come to your organization. And also looking at your current relationship, okay, with your supplier. And then maybe if let's say you are new entrant to the market, okay, how you want to enter the market. For example, like maybe you just want to introduce or you want to enter a market that already exists. For example, maybe like bread. Okay, bread in the market. Okay, you have already big names like Gardenia, Massimo. Okay, how you want to make sure that you're able to penetrate the market that is already strong. Okay, so this is some of the barriers of segment entry that would challenge you okay, to understand better, okay, before you can go into that particular market. And then looking at the company network and fit, okay, how, okay, your company objective, vision, mission, values, okay, does the company and the network that you have, okay, able to support all these activities. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have enough or sufficient resources, okay, for you to work on the things that you want to plan for your customer. All right, next we go into sales forecasting. Okay, so in the sales forecasting, okay, basically you are looking at the present, okay, present data that you have with your customer, and when it comes to sales forecasting, okay, you want to look what would be the future, okay, future sales that you are going to generate with your customer. Okay, sometimes when you do sales forecasting, it will basically changing, and sometimes unpredictable, because okay, you cannot predict what is going to happen in the future, but with some relevant data that you have, okay, it will assist and facilitate you, okay, to understand, okay, what would be the future needs of your customer, and from there you can forecast what will be the sales that you are going to have with your customer. Okay, for example, like we have currently like pandemic COVID, maybe terrorist attack, drought, and then market-based changes and so on. So all this will lead to changes in the sales forecasting in the future. Okay, unpredictable events. Can now we go into activity-based costing. Okay, so activity-based costing. Okay, you will look at the costs, okay, that will involve when you want to uh, communicate or do any transaction with your customer. So it can be in various category. Okay, for example, like customer acquisition cost. Okay, so how you want to acquire your customer. Okay, for the first time, okay, you will have like sales call, okay, and then customer site visit and so on. So this will have cost involved, okay, for first time, okay, and then when you have your customer already on the board, okay, so already engaged with you, okay, so you will need to evaluate, okay, what will be the total cost when you want to acquire this particular customer. And then we have terms of trade. Okay, this is more towards the price discount, advertising, promotion, and then slotting allowances. Slotting allowances is like a cash you paid to retailer. For example, like you want to have a product on the shelf of that particular retailer. So you will pay slotting allowances, okay, to that particular retailer. And then we're also looking at extended invoices, due dates. Maybe you have terms of 30 days of payment or 60 days of payments. This is another cost. And then customer service costs, all right? So you want to handle your customer, okay, in terms of queries, claims, complaints, and then demands, and then just in time delivery, and so on. So this is some of the costs that happen or take place during your relationship with your customer. And we have also working capital costs, okay, where you need to carry inventory for your customer. That is also considered as another cost, okay, that you have to bear. Yeah, right. So maybe most of the companies, they will understand, okay, if the customer is requesting such kind of arrangement. So basically, you will have to embed the cost already in the price of the product that you are going to sell to your customer. And then cost of the credit. Okay, sometimes your customer fail to pay within 50 days. So that also another cost that you have to bear. And then we have also next lifetime value estimation, LTV. We call it LTV. So it is measuring the current present day value of all net margin, okay, gross margin less cost to serve that you earn from a customer segment or cohort. So it will help giving some insight for the company to understand how they want to go about with the strategy with that particular customer. Okay, and then companies also wants to protect the relationship. Okay, so by having good relationship with your customer, that will basically will increase the sales in the longer terms, generate more profits to your organization. And then we have also, last but not least, we have 7 core customer management strategies. So we can look at some of the strategy that currently used by the organization. The first one, we have protect the relationship. In terms of protecting the relationship, it is a very significant strategy where it also can be more attractive compared to the competitors. So you have to make sure that your relationship is in a good terms, so that you can have a long relationship with that particular customer. Re-engineer relationship. Sometimes when you have an improvement that you want to do, and then from there, you can look at some of the areas that not giving any profit to you, or maybe unprofitable kind of relationship. So you can convert this type of customer into a profit base. Sometimes when you try to reduce some of the processes in the relationship, it will lead to lower cost, so that you can still maintain the relationship with that particular customer. And then enhancing the relationship. So here we want to look at increasing the share of the customer spending in different category. You can also offer upselling and cross-selling. Upselling, remember that I shared with you, in terms of purchasing in McDonald's, for example. So you can offer different add-ons to your customer when they purchase a burger. That considered as upselling. And then cross-selling, where maybe you want to offer different products that goes with that particular product to your customer. And then harvest the relationship. Harvest the relationship. Here in this case, we want to ensure that the investment that you have with your customer reach the maximum value. So make sure that you have you able to optimize your cash flow coming from the customer, and able to generate a new customer as well. And the relationship. Second customer, basically, if let's say you do not have any significant contribution from your customer, maybe you are looking at certain time, and you think to end the relationship. Sometimes it's not profitable for you to maintain the customer. So you have to end the relationship. And winning back the customer. So sometimes when you look at the businesses that you have, and before you end, maybe you are still looking at some of the area that you can improve the relationship with your customer, and then try to implement some of the strategy to have the win back strategy. You have to understand how in certain area you miss out some of the important point that you have with your customer, so you can win back your customer. And the last but not least, start a relationship. You identified a prospect or maybe new customer in the future. So this is again goes back to the acquisition plan. For you to recruit a new customer into a value ladder. So when creating customer, starting a new relationship, so basically you will have some of the costs that may incur. For example, like customer acquisition costs and so on. All right. So that's it for chapter 7. It's a very short chapter. Okay, how you want to segment the customer. All right. Okay, with that, okay, thank you very much. Okay, for your time. Okay, see you in next class.